The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now let's go. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete. It's Bell. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Let's go. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Eric Armstead coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now it's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And able to find Conley. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
That practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, here's Watson. The Conley's got it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Black 22! Black 22!
Watson on third down. Flush to his right. He finds his target, Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
Okay, the highlights are going to show the guy throwing it, the guy catching, and ended up in the end zone. But how about those big guys up front that allowed that to happen? He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's two sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great. D-line not very good.
And as well as coverage, because now you're really stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. And James has it. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
3-19.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same. And he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Faking the give. Now Watson looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the 1st half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number one. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal on their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's full. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
41 right here.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Caught here by Bell. 23 yards on the play.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. picked by Kevon Seymour. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Smash mouth football right here on 1st down. Give it to your fullback, let him bull his way in. But the defense said, and they stone him into line of scrimmage.
Richmond. Do jet.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The last 2 runs have gone nowhere, and now another showdown looming on 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
"15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, black 22. Black 22.
Back to throw, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. T.J. Watt leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Reset.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans add on. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the counter, here's Bell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call it student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called roast stem right or roast stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss, and 28 toss was their bread and butter.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Reset! 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 Hey, hey, hey! You
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Texans on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Finding some room at midfield. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
And here's Marshall. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Watson now to throw. He finds his target, Fuller.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. To throw is Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. A screen to Bell. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. He'll look to throw. James has got it. Complete.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the Steelers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And the Steelers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And Watson's going to throw it here. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
You got 3 down, 3 down. Set! Green, the line! Green, the line!
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles.
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimal.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all